Good morning, and welcome to Daybreak. I'm Deb Uren with the Oxford Chamber of Commerce. I'm the president, and I'm here today with Joe Frost, our DDA director. Joe Young is unable to be with us today, and as you know, he's always the one that takes the lead in this. So Joe and I are going to do this on our own.
We're going to wing it here.
We're going to wing it.
See where it goes.
So bear with us. What I would like to start with are all of our chamber events that we have coming up, and Joe's going to be talking about DDA events as well. So how about if you get your calendars and piece of paper, pencil, and be ready to jot down all of these important dates. While you're doing that, I'm going to talk about a few things that have happened in the past few weeks. We had on the last Thursday of March was our Mix and Mingle out at the Burning Oak. And if you can remember that Thursday, it was a snowy, blistery, cold, rainy day, and yet we had a number of people that showed up for that. And prior to meeting out at Burning Oak, we were at a ribbon cutting out at Legacy Center for 42 Latitude Yoga out there. And they had a very nice group of folks out there, and I was talking with the owner, and for those of us who are the Silver Sneakers age group, they're going to be offering that now, starting in May, so look forward to hearing more about that. They have a yoga room there that's going to be a cool room, and it will be for anybody who's never done yoga, to those who are very, very good at doing yoga, and she will just be working with all of the different the women and men. This is a man thing also, so don't think it's just us women that are going to be doing yoga. So that's what took place on Thursday, and then on Tuesday last week we had our Coffee Connect. And with it being spring break, we thought, well, why don't we just have it at the community room? This way people can see where, you know, the chamber office is, the DDA office, and the village offices. And once again, we thought, well, you know, with it being spring break, maybe we're not going to have that many folks there. But sure enough, we had at least 35 people.
Wow.
And even people coming into the building. Dave Weckel, he walked in, he wanted to get a permit. That's what his intentions were. And when he saw the Coffee Connect taking place, he just walked right in and he was able to introduce himself and talk to the group too. So
good deal.
These are great things that take place while, you know, just doing all of this networking.
And both of those take place monthly, right, for our viewers?
Yeah. Every month. Our Coffee Connect is always the first Tuesday of every month, and it runs from 8 to 9 o'clock. Always at a different destination. So Nicole now has everything booked up to September.
Wow.
So look forward to our updates on that. Even myself, I'm not sure where everybody is, where we're going to be, but I know one's going to be at Parks and Rec, and another one is going to be out, I know Crossroads for Youth has talked with us, and Fish. They also would like to be able to do this. So this will take us to different places to network and different places for you to see and to get to know more about.
Great opportunity, free coffee, free networking.
Absolutely. Yep. A great way to get to be a part of the community.
Indeed.
So,
yeah.
Okay, so with that being said, I think you all have your calendars now, so you may start writing. On April 13th, we are going to have a ribbon cutting at 4:30 at the Oxford Early Learning Center, which is at 105 Pontiac Street, and that will be at 4:30. That's going to be out on the playground. So let's please hope that we've got good weather, but even if we don't, we're still going to be there. We'll still be outside. So, and then our next ribbon cutting will be the following day on April 14th, at 4:30, and that's going to be at J Jewelers, so JAE Jewelers. They're located at 1390 South Lapeer Road, and that will be at 4:30. Now, the owners came to our Coffee Connect from J Jewelers, and so on that day of their ribbon cutting, they're also having their grand opening, and they're offering 20% off on their entire stock. They have one of the owners is a jeweler who does his work right
there
on the premises, and you can watch him as he's actually creating and doing these things. So met him at our mixer, and like I say, they also came to the Coffee Connect. They really want to become a part of the community, and I think this is a wonderful asset to our group of businesses that we have here in Oxford.
And for those of you who don't know where that address is, it's actually just south of town a little bit in the plaza, Oxford Mills.
Yes.
Where Jimmy John's, AT&T, the Animal Hospital, Oxford Mills, that little plaza there.
Yeah, so there's a lot of businesses
A lot of
going in there.
businesses, yeah.
Wonderful. Also on April 14th. April 14th is going to be a busy day. But we have our Oxford Chamber luncheon that is going to take place at Legacy Center, and we're going to be sharing that along with the Uren Chamber of Commerce. But Legacy Center is located, as we all know, north of town. It's that great big building that has all that beautiful graphics on the outside. And the food there is going to be catered by Italia Gardens. So we should have good food, and Christian Mills is going to be talking about everything that's going on in the Legacy Center. There's going to be, I believe he told me, 3 more businesses that are going to be opened by the end of this month. So that's always great. So he'll be talking about that and giving us tours. So that, once again, is a luncheon on April 14th from 11:30 to 1. Other things going on around town, we have, we have a TTI Craft and Vendor Show. They're looking for crafters and vendors. They're going to be having a show on Saturday, May 21st from 9 to 3 at 1500 South Lapeer Road, which is Oxford Mills Plaza. And you're invited to come and sell your handcrafted items. So if you are someone who is crafty and has things and items that you would like to be able to sell and don't really have, that much place that you're able to provide these things, why don't you become a vendor here? Give either Tanisha or Kelly a call at 248-969-9932, and it's $30 to rent a table. So that's, 7 hours of working with the public and being able to talk with other vendors and sharing the crafts that you are creating. So
sounds like a great opportunity.
It is. Also, Pink Ribbon Trailblazers, they're having their 2nd annual Spring Fashion Show, which is put on by Boulevard Boutique. That's going to be on April 21st, and that'll be at Boulder Point. Dinner starts at 6 p.m. and the fashion show starts at 7. Tickets are $30. And for right now, I think I'll take a little break, and we'll see you in a few moments.
Hi, my name's Karen from Canine Stray Rescue. We're located at 2120 Metamora Road, just north of town in Oxford. We're an animal rescue here. We take in dogs. We have about 50 dogs here right now that are available for adoption. Before the dogs are adopted out, they are spayed or neutered. They're up to date on the rabies and distemper shots, and we also heartworm test them to make sure that they are not heartworm positive. We have families come through here. We're open every day, but Tuesday and Wednesday. We also have a website that lists our hours, tells you everything about our events. We go to Petco at Great Lakes Crossing on the 1st and 3rd Saturdays of every month. And we also go to Pet Stuff Harvest Time on the 2nd and 4th Saturdays of each month. If you'd like to visit us there, we take about 8 to 10 dogs, but the rest of the dogs are always at the kennel for you to come and visit. We always need volunteers. We are a 501c3 nonprofit organization. If you would ever like to come and volunteer with us, we have volunteer meetings. We tell you a little bit about us, and then you can come and volunteer with us. We would love to have you come and adopt one of our dogs. They're all listed online, or you can come and visit them. Thanks a lot.
Your local business.
Your police department.
Your local business.
Your Village of Oxford.
The schools.
Your parks and recreation.
Your community.
your community.
Only on OC TV.
Welcome back to Daybreak. I'm Deb Uren, President of the Oxford Chamber of Commerce, here with Joe Frost, our DDA Director. Joe's going to kind of give us some updates as to what's taking place with our DDA.
Sure. One of the things I really want to talk about, and I'm not sure how well this will show up on the screen, but the Concerts in the Park series. Here's the flyer. It's almost done, but what we are missing is your logo right here. So we're looking for sponsors for this event. This event runs for 11 Thursdays from June 16th through August 25th, every Thursday during the summer, and brings a local or regional band right into the heart of downtown Oxford at Centennial Park. So what we have coming up June 16th, we have Randy Brock, who does rock, jazz, and blues. June 23rd, Native Howl. They do folk, bluegrass, rock, and alternative music. June 30th, the Safety Bricks, which do folk, blues, and rock and roll.
Wow.
And the Lake Orion Baptist Church. They do choir and orchestra style music. July 7th, the Lapeer Symphony. They play more classical orchestra-based music. July 14th is an evening you do not want to miss. That is the Tommy Steele Band. Tommy Steele does country rock. And pay attention to this guy, Tommy Steele. He is certainly an up-and-coming, potentially a future star.
Right.
July 22nd, we have Denise Davis and the Motor City Sensations. Denise and her group, they do more of the R&B, blues, and funk. You know, very Motown, very hip.
All right.
And July 28th, the Blue Water Ramblers. They're actually from the west side of the state. They do folk and bluegrass. I'm going to turn the page here. August 4th, another rising star, Ruby, T, and Valentine. They do country western and some folk music. August 11th, Brother Crow. These brothers, one of them's a firefighter down in Roseville, but one of the things they do is, they play music on the side. So new country, a little bit of folk, a little bit of indie, and so a newcomer to the Concerts in the Park series. We're welcoming them, like I said, August 11th. August 18th, Unraveled and Zippity Two Dads. Families, moms, dads, kids, this is one you do not want to miss if you want to have just good old-fashioned fun. This is more of a family entertainment, more of a musical variety show. And as the name implies, Zippity Two Dads, so they're two dads who come together and do music for the youngsters and for the family. August 25th, Third Degree Burns. If you've not heard Third Degree Burns play, you are missing out. This is a group of youngsters, teenagers.
Yes.
They're all musicians. They're all learning. They're all masters of their individual instruments. But Third Degree Burns is a nonprofit format that allows students to interact in that band format and provide them that experience to move on to other things. So we have, like I said, a wide variety coming up. And in addition to all of these Thursdays, we're partnering with the Oxford Open Air Market. And they will have vendors on site set up in the park selling homemade, homegrown items, everything from from handbags to handmade soaps and lotions and produce and so forth. So
That was very
Yeah.
successful last
It
year.
was,
and
and
many of
they
these
reached out.
bands,
Yep.
they were attended last year.
That's
and
right.
they're backed by demand.
they're
really.
backed by demand, exactly right.
which is
Yeah.
which is wonderful. I mean, that really
Yeah.
shows how the community is supporting them and having
Yeah.
the vendors there now. That's
That's right.
something new that we've tried, and that's fabulous.
And really, at the heart of this whole thing, it's not just about entertaining our guests, our visitors, our residents. It's about bringing people downtown.
Yes.
So we encourage people to not only come downtown and enjoy the music, enjoy the atmosphere, enjoy the summer evening, but go over to the Tap, go over to the Sullivans, go over to any of the 12 restaurants downtown. The new microbreweries, should be up and running, hopefully by that time period, at least by late summer. And, take part in downtown Oxford, do some shopping and enjoy. So we're still looking for sponsors. Check out our downtownoxford.org page. There's a Concerts in the Park tab. Currently Oxford Bank is a sponsor, but we're always looking for additional sponsors to make this thing happen. So check that out. Some other events happening downtown. June 22nd is the Girlfriends Walk.
Yes.
That happens each year, twice a year. There's one in the fall and one in the spring, sort of summer, and that's going to be June 22nd. Flyers for that should be going out. Now, this is an interesting event. It's hosted by a group of friends who are all women-owned businesses right in downtown Oxford.
Yep.
They came together, they saw the need, and they executed the event. Great opportunity for ladies to get out, enjoy the evening again, enjoy downtown Oxford, and enjoy the businesses.
It
and
is so
forth.
much fun. The Girlfriends Walk, they hire motor coaches for us,
That's right.
buses, because it's not just down in this
That's right.
four quadrants.
White
I mean,
House
we're going,
courts. Yep.
Exactly.
Yep.
So they provide this easy access to be able to take us to different parts of the town. And there's just so much to offer. And more and more businesses are becoming involved because of this group of 7 businesses that are owned by women that started it. And now I think this is
It's growing.
the 8th year.
It may be, I don't know.
It's either the 7th
Yeah.
or the 8th year. I'm not certain. But
Well, I'm so happy that there's the limo bus service that takes you guys down to. I've not attended for obvious reasons.
You can. We'll allow you.
But to connect all of downtown, and when I say downtown, I don't necessarily mean just the old buildings and
Right.
the core. Downtown
Correct.
extends well beyond that traditional downtown business district to include the White House Village Court shops down towards the south end, and then even further down, Marketplace. Marketplace is really the start of downtown on the south end. The
That is
Marketplace
correct.
Plaza, Goodwill is in there. There's a haircut place in there. There's a couple, at least one restaurant,
Yep.
2 restaurants. Jet's Pizza. If you've shopped at Jet's Pizza, you've been in downtown Oxford and probably didn't even know it. And so it's a great visionary thing that these ladies have come together to not only showcase the historic part of downtown, but also things further south. So.
Yes, that is great,
Yeah.
great. So, and like you said, there's so many things that are happening here in Oxford. One thing that I wanted to make sure that I didn't forget to mention was there's going to be a Red Cross blood drive. And as we all know, Red Cross is always looking for blood, and we've been very successful at all the blood drives that we have at the community room. And this one is going to be on May 19th at the Village Community Room, going from 9 in the morning till 3 p.m. in the afternoon. So please mark your calendars on that one, because it is important to help by giving blood.
Right.
So
Get your arms out.
you get them both out. On that note, we're going to take a break, and we'll see you back in a few moments.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Don't miss what's going on in your local government meetings. Watch Elgin Nichols and Dave Kinney on Minutes by Minute. Airs Monday through Friday, 7 a.m., 11:30 a.m., and 11:30 p.m., where they add a touch of humor to local politics.
Welcome back to Daybreak. I'm Debbie Uren, president of the Oxford Chamber, here with Joe Frost, the director of our DDA. And Joe's going to tell us about some available properties that we have here in the village of Oxford.
Well, one of the core thing of the Downtown Development Authority's mission is not only to promote downtown Oxford, but to develop it and preserve it. And that goes back, we could read legal legislation and all that, why all that exists, but we won't get into that. But what I do want to let people know about is our webpage, downtownoxford.org. And on there's a tab for business resources and available properties. There's a number of properties that are available within the downtown, beyond the downtown, within the village, that are either for sale or for lease. Properties that, like 21 North Washington, that's a storefront. Pretty much move-in ready. They can build things out a little bit if need be, but you can start up a business there and kind of go forward. Or properties like 98 Glaspie, which located over on Glaspie Street, over by Scripper Park. That is a property that either can be developed as an industrial site, which was its former use, or bulldoze the building, start from scratch, put something else over there. So I want to take the next few moments and just talk about a few properties that we have listed on the downtownoxford.org website. And I do want to start, number one, with 98 Glaspie. 98 Glaspie, located, like I said, over by Scripper Park. It's owned by the village. The village is going to be marketing this, and it's for sale. It's 3.58 acres, pretty good sized chunk of land. It's currently zoned what they call R1, R3, which is a single family residential. So if you're a developer and you're listening to this, or you know of a developer friend or a family member who's listening, and they're interested in maybe putting up some single family homes, love to have a talk. So the person to contact on that would be Joe Young, our Village of Oxford manager, and the telephone number to reach him is 248-628-2543. Again, that's for 98 Glaspie Street, over on the east side of the village. There's a number of properties within the downtown as well. I mentioned the storefront, 21 North Washington Street. This is for lease, and this was a recent recipient of a Downtown Development Authority facade grant. So I really should even update these photos, because the facade looks even better than that. And this is approximately 1,400 square foot storefront that is available for lease, and you can contact me at the DDA, and I can put you in touch with the owner there. But it's certainly a rentable space to get started if you like. Another buildable place in the village is this one. And again, I know the pictures don't really show through as well as they should on the TV here, so be sure to visit our website, downtownoxford.org. But 52 through 56 North Washington Street. This is just north of the auto parts store. Across the street from the old Hontoon Funeral Home. And this is for sale. It's for lease. It's able to be built to suit your needs. There's a list price on it of $318,000, but there's a buildable square footage of just over 7,400 square feet with 119-foot frontage. So the contact on this is David Kohler of the Kohler Commercial Group, and their number is 248-647-7600. So that's buildable space. There's not a lot of fresh, barren ground where you can start from scratch in the heart of downtown Oxford. So great opportunity if you're looking to build. If you're not looking to build, we got another opportunity on the south end, 142 South Washington Street. This is a former home, and as many folks maybe don't realize is that the south end of downtown is a lot of former homes that have been converted to real estate offices, law offices, insurance offices, and some shops and so forth. So this is for sale, list price of $179,000. It's originally a 2-bedroom home, but it's zoned commercial, and I think there's some flexibility there with village approval as far as use and so forth. The realtor is Christy Porritt with the Beacon Real Estate, 248-693-7400. One of the ones that's really, I'll come to that one next because that one's kind of close to my heart. This one, Old Hontoon's Funeral Home, 47 North Washington Street, is for lease. And if you're interested in leasing that, it's a 3,000 square foot property. Get in contact with the DDA and we can put you in touch with the owners if you're interested. Beautiful old Victorian home, built sometime in the 1890s or so, turn of the century. One of my priorities and one of the things I want to run with and make sure it gets developed is 15 North Washington. That's the big gap sort of in the block there in the northwest quad of the historic downtown. And there's been a farmer's market there in the past, but this is for sale by owner, and it's the land for sale. It's zoned what they call C1 Central Business District Core, and in that location you could build up a little bit. You could go as high as potentially 5 stories with setbacks.
Really?
All that's, you got to have approval from the village and planning commission and all that, but for sale by owner, and if you're interested in that, please give me a call and or visit our website. My number is 248-770-8587. And I can put you in touch with any of these, including 15 North Washington. But if you want to build a brand new building right in the heart of downtown Oxford, we certainly welcome that. The cool thing about 15 North Washington is all the utility hookups are already in place.
Oh, wow.
And this space is what's considered parking exempt. And I understand there's always parking congestion in the downtown, and we're trying to find some solutions to that. But you don't have to worry about providing parking space for this particular parcel. So check it out. Again, if anybody has any questions or anything.
And great neighbors,
Yeah,
that you have
wonderful
on either
neighbors.
side of that spot that already have the clientele coming past
That's
that
right.
area, which
That's
is
right.
really
And
great.
that I should mention, I didn't mention that's about 7,400 square feet as well, buildable.
Okay.
And so, the average size of a storefront is what, 20 feet or so wide. Depending on how it's designed, you probably get, 3 storefronts in there, and then buildable space up top. Whether that's apartments or office space. I think it's really a blank canvas right in the heart of downtown. Now, historically, there was a hotel there, and I don't know if it burned or whatever happened to it. About 40 years ago, it's not there anymore, and so this lot has been quite literally a hole in downtown Oxford for many years.
Too long.
So you got to call me on that one.
Yes.
Somebody does.
Absolutely, absolutely. So much potential.
There really is.
Of bringing in new businesses here into Oxford, and we really, we've grown so much that we need to continue that
right.
growth. The community wants it, needs it, loves it, And with Joe and I, we're so involved in the community here, and we would just love
Yeah.
to have you take this under consideration and hopefully
Yeah.
get in touch with Joe.
Community's growing, the capacity is there, the market's doing well, and so we're looking forward to all the growth that's yet to come.
Absolutely. Well, I think that just about takes
It
care
sure
of our
does.
Daybreak for this week. So thank you all for watching, and we hope to be hearing from you real soon. And until next time, take care.
Thank you.
Bye-bye now.